Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. Thank you all again for taking the time out to hang out with us. This is Compra Casa San Diego 2024. First and foremost, we want to wish you, on behalf of all of us here, y'all checking us out, we wish you a very successful year full of love and happiness, and really our best wishes to you and your families out there. Thank you all again for checking us out. And this is going to be our rah-rah show of the year. This is the first show of 2024. When we were tabling and kind of brainstorming ideas, we thought, why not, start off with really
a bang.
Hey, there we go. Pa-pow! 2024, for those of you who don't know, in the Chinese calendar is the Year of the Dragon, which is one of their most esteemed, I would say, animals on their calendar, and really, so we did a little digging, and for them, the Year of the Dragon equals power, success, and honor. For us, it equals money, power, respect.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
I love that.
No, and so really, this show, since day one, we've always said it's a show created to empower you all to take the first step in becoming a homeowner. You do that by educating yourselves, by informing yourselves of the proper steps, and meeting with your mortgage professionals, specifically here that are seated at the table, and really putting a plan in place to get you to that next step. And why not? And what a better place to start than the beginning of a brand new year. So 2024, again, wish you all nothing but success. And so really, I'm just going to open it up to a quick roundtable. You all know each other, and you'll be seeing their names on the screen. But really, as I mentioned to you, we want to make this an interactive show, so please reach out to us by any means. Omar, I'm going to let you just kind of break it off and
Feliz año a todos, con la esperanza de que tomen esa iniciativa. El primer paso, como lo hemos explicado en el programa, es hacer una cita, una consulta para entender lo básico. Entonces, el propósito de este programa es eso, educarlos, enseñarles y más que nada darles la confianza de que sí se puede. Las metas son importantes para la familia y las historias que vamos a compartir con ustedes son historias reales y más que nada son historias que ustedes pueden lograr por sí mismos.
So, creating a plan in place starts with setting a goal. So setting a goal, your goal should be receiving keys to the door of your new home. The steps prior to that need to fall in place properly. And so meeting together with us, having multiple conversations and really getting to where you need to be at or finding out where you're at is the important steps in this whole process. And so what I was trying to get at is maybe revisiting some goals this year. We all Lord knows I could lose a couple pounds. So can Omar. Don't be laughing too hard, bro. I'm kidding, but lose some weight, learn a new language, and be a homeowner. Why not make those your top three, right? So,
and if you're a homeowner, buy another home.
And
or
buy
refinance your home because the rates.
There you go.
And we spoke about what a mixed rate is. Lo que es un interés o tasa de interés mezclado. We spoke on that. And if you don't know what that is, I believe it was last show, if not the one prior to, but that'll school you and give you some more information on what that works. But really, just putting a plan in place and seeing where you're at. So, Chanel, how was your year? And, talk to our viewers a little bit about what's going on with you.
My year was okay. 2024 is going to be absolutely better. I'm here to educate. I'm here to shed some light. I know a lot of my friends and peers have tons of questions in terms of how to get started, or I guess their fears on why they haven't gotten started. So my number one goal is to educate and hope to get everybody on, the path of homeownership.
This is our 5th show, and we've received a lot of feedback, and I thank you for that. Lots of people reaching out to us. The likes on our Instagram page are fantastic. The views that we're getting is really is really fantastic to see, because really that's what this is about, is just getting this information out to you guys. So thank you guys again for checking us out. Ricardo, how was your year? What are you looking forward to this year?
Well, I mean, I think across the board, everyone's had a challenging year, especially coming from a very successful year from the year before. But if you're listening or watching and you've been on the fence about home ownership, I think that 2024 needs to be your year. And really listening to the show. And if you have questions, reach out to us, because you just never know where your real estate journey is going to end. So I have a family,
Or begin.
or begin, exactly.
Right.
So I have a family that I helped sell their house in National City. They purchased it in 2000 for $118,000, and then we sold it for $525,000.
Wow.
And they purchased 38 acres in Potrero.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah, and they have 2 properties, so they live in one, and then their kids live in the other. And we got that property for $625,000. So they're able to use all that money and put it into their house, and they're getting ready to retire pretty soon.
What are they going to do with 38 acres?
Who knows? But if you think 38 acres is a lot,
Yeah.
the lot next door went up for sale right away for 120 acres, and they purchased that.
Really?
Wow.
Very cool.
Very nice.
So now, they have some business plans that they're going to work on, but I'm pretty sure that when they purchased their first house, they didn't think that this was going to be where they were going to end up.
Sure.
It was 720 square foot home in National City, and now they have over 140 acres.
Quick question for you. When they purchased their first home, would you say that they had a lot of money saved up?
No, they were the first-time buyers.
First-time buyers,
you
right?
know? And at that time, they probably,
They probably thought the payment was higher than what
the
they
payment was
actually
probably
wanted.
higher, than what they wanted, but it was their starting point. And
they took that
and
leap.
and they took that leap, they took that chance, they took that opportunity, and they sold, and now they purchased, and then pretty soon they're going to be retiring. So
That's awesome.
2024 is the year to make something happen.
Make it
for
happen.
you.
I
I
really agree.
I want to go back and we spoke about Year of the Dragon, and I'd like to create a call to action to empower yourself this year, and that can be by any means necessary. Gain some knowledge.
Right.
By any means necessary, but empower yourself to get you to that step to where you need to be at, to be able to put you in a place of power and success, right? Going on the Year of the Dragon. We want to make this your show. Please reach out to us by any means, because we want to make sure that you guys fully understand and feel comfortable with the process. So check us out on Instagram, shoot us a DM. Anytime that you guys need anything from us, please reach out to us. Diego, how was your year? What are you looking forward to this year?
My year was good. I mean, there was a lot of time for self-reflection, reinventing ourselves, but for the most part, it was really good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm looking forward to 2024 and helping other people accomplish their goals of home ownership.
Yeah.
For sure.
Empowering yourself, again, means educating yourself and gathering as much information that's out there. I want to give a quick shout out to a buddy. His name's Aaron Gordon. He's a loan officer out of Vegas, but he sends out daily text messages, and he sent something out on the 19th that I want to keep I want to keep with me and mention to you out there for those who are kind of on the fence and thinking about buying a house. And his quote says, "Waiting to buy is waiting to compete and waiting to pay more." And what he means by that is waiting to buy is waiting to compete, because we all know that interest rates have dropped. And so what that means is more people coming out, getting themselves ready to buy, getting themselves pre-approved, getting ready to buy, and waiting to pay more is because you're going to have bidding wars coming soon. It's all law of supply and demand, right? You have very little supply. You have a lot more demand that will be coming out soon. So you will be competing more, which in turn means that you will be paying more. So get off the fence, get yourselves out there, reach out to us. Mirna, what's the phone number they can reach out to us?
619-719-5029.
And that phone number calls us all. You will be speaking to one of us. Mirna, how was your year? And, what are you looking forward to this year?
2023 sí fue un año un poco batalloso, mucho trabajo, pero realmente fue algo muy raro para todos. ¿Por qué? Porque los intereses estuvieron altos en el sentido que si lo comparamos con los intereses de cover, mucha gente que se asustó. Realmente un interés del 7% para los profesionales que han estado en este negocio más de 15 años es un interés normal, pero ¿quién no quiere un interés más bajo? Los intereses ya empezaron a bajar y sé que a toda la gente que calificamos el año el año 23,
de seguro van a
de
calificar.
seguro van a calificar. Entonces, les vamos a estar hablando a toda esa gente que nos dio la oportunidad de calificarlos en el 2023.
No nos vayan a mandar a voicemail,
para básicamente reactivar su archivo y darles una propiedad este año. Y parar de pagar renta, porque básicamente pagar renta es... Aunque no es realmente dinero tirado, no es un beneficio para uno.
Yeah.
Entonces,
No, pero lo más importante de eso, Mirna, es de que las rentas aquí en San Diego específicamente están en ciertas zonas más caras que un pago hipotecario.
Exacto.
Y eso es lo que la gente no entiende. La gente tiene, específicamente los primeros compradores, porque tienen miedo, no saben cuál es el proceso. Pero si nos llaman, ¿a qué número, Mirna?
619-719-5029.
Les damos una consulta totalmente gratuita, sin compromiso, para que sepan cuál es el proceso, para que en vez de rentar puedan convertirse en propietarios.
But not just that. I just want to throw this in there because I think it's relevant. My brother just actually got his renewal notice in the mail yesterday. Rent.
Yeah.
He's renting it. I mean, he's too young to, it's going to be a while before he gets ready to that step.
Right.
And you better believe that I'm going to be the one that sells him this house.
Absolutely.
But he got his renewal and his rent is going up 10%, which is $184.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, $184 might not seem like a lot, but
It is a
I
lot.
mean, it is a lot.
It's a lot of money, absolutely.
And that's just 1 year. So next year, it's going to go up another 10%.
Right.
And so he showed me the notice yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, wow. And there is nothing that you can do about that.
No,
Take it or leave it.
absolutely.
Either you keep paying more or you take things into your own hands and then get yourself into a house, because then you'll never have to worry about that.
I think also, what your brother and a lot of my friends don't understand, a lot of my peers, is that even if you do just have a consultation and know what obviously you don't know, like, oh, I have student loans, so I can't even move forward. What? Of course you can. But let us show you and let us teach you how that, plays a factor into everything, instead of just thinking like you can't qualify because you have, a student loan.
Yeah, make the choice of homeownership after you know what your options are. Don't make the choice blindly, right? I mean, that's kind of the story, right? What we're trying to tell our audience is, hey, get in here. Let's sit down. Let's either do a game plan for you. Let's find out where you are. What's your affordability? And then you can say, I'm not ready, or I'll wait. But don't say it because you're scared to ask, right?
Or maybe they're scared because they don't have the funds. But we have down payment assistance.
Right. But again, they don't know what they don't know. So yes, take the tiny step to, have a consultation. And if you aren't ready, then yes, there's no pressure.
We'll get you ready.
Well,
Yes.
let me sorry, David, and let me just kind of bring everything together. So, the story of success, that is a story that can happen still today.
Correct.
So we talk about, we're going to talk a lot about stories of, success stories with people that we have helped. But the point is that can still happen. Why? Because rates are coming down, and appreciation, especially here in San Diego, is already happening again. And if you mix low rates, you combine people taking that first step into home ownership, in 2 years, you can be the same story that Ricardo just said. And that's ultimately what we want to tell.
I mean,
right?
if you think about it, if you purchase a house and you're paying your own mortgage, and whatever happens 2 years down the road and you need to sell, you're going to get your money back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's like if you're putting it in your own savings account.
It's
This
a forced
is-
savings. Yep.
This is America's finest city by definition. I didn't coin that term. Uncle Sam did, or whoever did, but it's called that for a reason. This is a destination city. We live where people want to vacation. So our market is a very particular market. Quite honestly, it's not very comparable to most in a good way. I take that as a benefit, right? Granted, we pay a bit more of a premium, just a touch.
A little bit.
Just
If
a
it's
touch.
worth it, 100%.
Absolutely. Going back to something that Aaron said, and I just want to touch on this because I thought it was great information. If you can afford a $2,500 per month payment and you have a 10% down payment, you were looking at $400,000 houses a few weeks ago with interest rates being what they were. Now you are looking at homes that are $450,000 to $460,000. So there's a big jump in what you're able to afford now than what you were 90 days ago, just due to interest rates and how they got better. So really, there's so much out there. There's so many different programs. And I want to go back to that. It's a fun process. It's tedious. It can be scary, but they all don't bite unless you pinch them hard enough. but it can be a fun process. It's fun when you go out and go home shopping. Because you begin to see yourself living in that neighborhood, in that house, in that room that you always wanted, because that's where your drum set's going to go or whatever. It's a fun process, and you will be ecstatic and overwhelmed with happiness getting those keys to your house, knowing that your rent ain't gonna go 10% every year, right? It's not gonna raise itself. I wanted to go back to Chanel real quick, and I have written down here, revisiting your real estate goals and going back to when you first purchased your property and you had a goal in place, and kind of talk about those steps that you took when it got to that time.
I think my biggest, Omar and Diego's biggest push on my end is they're investors. They're my mentors. They have been since day one. So it was inevitable that I was also gonna, buy a home, right? Follow in their footsteps. I don't know, what was my main goal? I wanted to be a homeowner. I wanted to practice what I preach. Sure. I wanted, I want to understand what I post on Instagram every day. I had to do it. Yeah, exactly. But again, I mean, I'm a landlord now. I want to continue buying and do the same thing, and
And most importantly, your first home was not the ideal home that you would want to live forever.
No,
and
absolutely
I think that's part of what we try to say.
Shout out to her renters.
Shout out to my tenants. I gutted that whole thing. It's beautiful. But yeah.
Well, I think that's where people get caught up, right? So they want the dream house. They want that to be like the first step. And so, sometimes that's not going to be the case. Sometimes you have to be realistic, especially if you have a budget. My affordability is this right now. And, just getting your foot in the door, if it's a 1-bedroom condo, a 2-bedroom condo,
right.
Maybe it's a single family house, but it needs repairs. And you can get those done with time. But I think that being realistic to what you can get first, and also keep your eye on the price. Right. So you're going to live here for, X amount of years, but because you want to move on to this place.
Right.
So you have to start
I think
somewhere.
those baby steps is what a lot of people don't understand.
Or they don't want.
They don't want. I can't live in a condo.
But they're living in an apartment, and that's
Right.
why I tell
See,
everyone.
and the biggest thing on that, Ricardo, is that money, the way it works, you got to understand how money works, right? And so, for example, the current economy that we're in right now, where everything's so high, your money has no value. But real estate, right, continues to appreciate. A lot of people ask me, "Hey, Diego, how come how come you don't invest in the stock market?" Me personally, that's the key word. I like something tangible. I like touching something, reaching out and touching something, right? And so, if you invest in real estate with time, you're basically going to have a ton of appreciation. And a lot of first-time home buyers don't understand that. They want the beautiful house with the white picket fence and the 4 bedrooms and the dog in the back. You know what? Buy a condo.
That's the struggle that we have as realtors.
Yeah, get
with our
anything
clients.
in
Buy
San
real
Diego.
estate and wait.
There's multiple.
That's it.
There's
Wait.
multiple ways to
And
do
watch.
this, where you have one side of the spectrum with Chanel, who purchased her first property, to Myrna, who actually just signed the deed on her newly built ADU, right?
Nice.
So now she has 3 units on her lot. And talk about that process and kind of what you're looking at now.
I mean, I had various properties before I actually bought a 2-unit because that was my dream. I mean, I've been doing, real estate mortgages for over 20 years. There was a real estate agent who had, when I was an assistant, had 40 doors. I didn't know what that meant. Basically, she had maybe like 15 2-units or 3 units, and every door counts as a property.
Oh, amazing.
And I'm like, that's my goal. Why? Because I want to invest in real estate and have to do it, the the most conservative way because I didn't have that 20% down for a down payment. So FHA, you could buy up to 4 units in one lot. And I'm like, well, I don't want 4 because I don't want it more like an apartment. So I found the 2 perfect 2-unit property, 2 homes in a lot. And I've been there since 2013, 9/11, 2013. So every time I say 9/11, I'm like, well, it's a positive thing, even though we went through what we did. So thank God, I'm going to say last month, we closed on an ADU.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It was a struggle because me and my husband had to start from scratch, and now I could say that I could build a home,
Right.
But now my return on that investment is pretty profitable, and I want to encourage everyone who has a little bit of space to invest. I mean, money comes and goes, might as well just invest it into real estate.
Right. And I want to go back to that. I only put 3% down payment when I purchased my first home. That's the minimum. My parents were like, no, you need to put 20. You need to put 20. Like my dad, he would not let up on that. I'm like, get it out of your head, sir, Baba. It's not happening. It is not happening. I'm using my remaining 17% or whatever else I had to upgrade my property. And now it's obviously
And by the way,
gorgeous.
at Secure Funding Group, we offer loans to build ADUs. Just for those homeowners who are
the
thinking
options.
about it, you don't have the money to build your ADU, maybe convert the 2-car garage into an ADU, get some additional income. Secure Funding Group does offer those loan programs.
Amigos, hay muchas maneras de ser dueño de una propiedad, de una casa. Puede comprar una unidad, puedes comprar hasta 4, puede comprar 2 y puede construir la tercera como acaba de ser
Tercera,
Mirna.
cuarta o quinta, realmente. Hay muchas opciones. Hay muchas opciones, solo es de mirar las prioridades y tener su propia propiedad tiene muchos beneficios.
Así es.
I mean, this is the perfect time to set that goal.
Yeah.
Get over the fear.
Get over the fear.
Educate yourself.
Maybe cut
Get it done.
back on the Starbucks. Start saying, right? Because, hey,
Right.
man, they're like $6 a freaking
It's a
cup of
gallon
coffee a
milk.
day.
Right.
But you won't
I think
know.
it's like $6.95.
So
You
Starbucks
won't
will
know
not be
unless you
sponsoring this
reach
show.
You won't know this until you reach out to us. Give us a call. Mirna, what's that phone number?
619-719-5029.
Or check us out on our YouTube channel. Check us out on Instagram. Shoot us a DM. Please,
Don't be scared.
don't be scared.
We're cool.
We're just
We're
like
normal.
you.
We're human.
Yeah,
Do it for yourself.
We have fun.
And your family.
Look, worst case scenario, you come visit us on 3rd Avenue, downtown Chula Vista, and afterwards we go have a beer. I mean, worst case
David.
scenario.
Oh, wait,
David
we
Payne.
have a keg in the office.
We do
Yeah.
have our own
We
keg in
have
the
a keg
office.
right
Custom-
there.
I
custom
don't even
keg.
think we've promoted that
We
yet.
haven't. We haven't.
Part of the
I wasn't
consultation.
trying to
It's
promote
part of the,
anything.
part of the consultation, yes.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world.
It's a good
However,
consultation
not
to me.
until after the consultation is over. Nobody's going to be drinking nothing until
Or during.
after
They
we're
sound like a
done.
timeshare
Or during, yeah. No, but that's legit. It's legit. No, and in all seriousness, we do have a kegerator. In all seriousness, we just want to be that team for you. We want to be those professionals that you reach out because you feel comfortable with the process or you're feeling comfortable with us talking about the process. And so we just want to be that moving forward. We're here to help. Compra Casa San Diego, real estate and info, mortgage, en tu idioma. This Spanglish, English. We have a friend who speaks Tagalog. It's all good. Just cruise on down and we're here to help.
A little
So
Farsi.
yeah, a little Farsi, no doubt. So, we're coming up on the tail end of the show. I just thought I'd open it up as a roundtable. Ricardo, give me some ideas what you have popping off. We have some properties coming up. We have some clients that recently got pre-approved. We have some clients that are signing loan documents as we speak.
Our clients are signing loan docs right now.
Right.
They are.
How cool is that?
They're going to move into
How
their
cool is
house
that?
right before the end of the year.
2024.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
So we're super excited. We had some, it was a little bit of a roller coaster
It
right
was
at
a
the
rocky
end,
year, put it that way.
Yeah.
but we got it done.
No kidding.
They got $15,000 credit from the
That's
sellers
killer.
for their closing costs
That's killer.
Down payment assistance.
and down payment assistance.
And you know what? Ricardo said that it was a bit rocky, and I want to be upfront and transparent with you all. Things happen throughout the transaction process. Our goal is
cross the
really
finish line.
to problem solve and be certain that things will pop up and it's not the end of the world. We're solution. We focus on solutions, not on problems. If you think you have a problem on why you can't get pre-approved, we will find the solution on how we can get you pre-approved. So rest assured, we will get you to that place to where you need to be at. Omar, what do you got coming up?
Well, we actually have very, very aggressive goals for 2024 and Secure Funding Group along with ROG. We want to make homeownership the goal not only for you out there, but also to be able to grow and be able to expand. We will be announcing some expansions. We will be, we are going to be, we are going to be expanding our reach so that we can make home ownership possible in other areas of California, and I'm sure that in other parts of the country as well, right, Diego?
That's correct.
Ahora en español.
Básicamente estamos expandiendo nuestro alcance para poder apoyar a gente en diferentes estados, aparte de diferentes oficinas aquí en el sur de California.
Así es.
Pronto van a saber qué estados vamos a estar aprobados, pero ya
Amigos,
para enero definitivamente.
Llámenos, mándenos un mensaje. Estamos aquí para servirles, todo San Diego. Ustedes tijuanenses que están pensando en comprar algo acá de este lado, estamos aquí para servirles.
Tenemos préstamos para extranjeros.
Tenemos préstamos para extranjeros, foreign national. Año del dragón. O dragón también. Year of the dragon. Power, success, respect, honor. Use those, take those, make them yours, right? And so, thank you all. This was a great show. We look forward to seeing you all year round, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for your time.
Feliz año.
Thank you again.